We are back. NFL post week 15 before week 16 predictions. This video is coming out on Thursday because the NFL played games on Tuesday, so kind of messed my schedule up. So I had to readjust. But here we are. So last week I went 10-6, which puts my overall record to 133-90-1. The games I got wrong were the Jets at Dolphins. I picked the Jets. The Packers at Ravens, I picked the Ravens. The Cardinals at Lions, I picked the Cardinals. The Falcons 49ers, I picked the Falcons. The Seahawks Rams, I picked the Seahawks. And the Vikings Bears, I picked the Bears. But now we get into this week. We do have some Christmas games to be looking out for as well, in case of you guys who are interested on those. Happy early Christmas. Because this will be my second to last video coming out before Christmas. I will have a Falcons franchise coming out on Friday. Starting out, as usual, we have a Thursday 8:20 p.m. game, and that will be the San Francisco 49ers at the Tennessee Titans. San Francisco 49ers are currently 8-6, currently third place in their division, 6th in the conference. And the Titans, who are currently 9-5, they are currently first in their division and third in their conference, I believe. I am personally picking the Titans. The Titans had a rough out against the Steelers, and I feel like the 49ers, they're getting super red hot. I feel like a trap game or some sort of loss is in place very soon, whether it's this week, next week. The point I'm trying to make is 49ers will more than likely lose at least one more game this season. Next, our first of two Christmas games, we have the Cleveland Browns and the Green Bay Packers. The Cleveland Browns, who are currently 7-7, last in their conference, and currently on the outside of the playoffs. Also, I think I said conference. They're last in their division. Packers, who are currently 11-3, they are first in their division. They have already clinched their division, and they are first in their conference. I am personally going to pick the Packers to win. If you don't know, personally, I am a Green Bay Packers fan. I would settle for a Packers win for Christmas. That would be a good Christmas present. But, I mean, also, if you want to spoil me a bit, you could get Aaron Rodgers that one passing touchdown to have the Packers franchise record for most touchdown passes as a Green Bay Packer. Next, we have the Indianapolis Colts and the Arizona Cardinals. The Indianapolis Colts are currently 8-6. They are currently second in their conference, or second in their division, and fifth in their conference. And the Cardinals are currently 10-4. They are first in their division, fourth in their conference. So, if I had to take a guess, this may be one of the games, if not the game. Well, I mean, you can see down below, there's a few interesting ones that will mean the most in terms of playoffs. But I personally am going to pick the Arizona Cardinals to win this game. The Cardinals had a tough outing against the Detroit Lions last week. Hopefully, I expect they'll bounce back. The Colts, they're flying, they're trending upwards very, very fast. And yeah, I feel like they're due for a loss at some point here then. Next, starting off our 1 o'clock games. It is unfortunately not Christmas anymore, but yeah. We have the New York Giants, who are currently 4-10, at the Philadelphia Eagles, who are currently 7-7. Now, personally, I think the Eagles will win. The Eagles currently second in their conference, I believe. And they're on the outside of the playoffs. And Giants are currently last in their division and on the outside of the playoffs with a less than 1% chance of making the playoffs. So it's going to be pretty tough. But I am going to take the Philadelphia Eagles. Next, we have the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. The Rams are currently 10-4. They are second in their division and fifth in their conference. The Vikings are currently second in their division. They can't win their division. Their division has already been clinched. And they are currently seventh in the playoffs. This is another game that has huge implications for the playoffs. Specifically, if the Rams get a win, they clinch their division. Or not their division, they clinch a playoff spot. If the the Cardinals play as well. If the Cardinals win, they clinch a playoff spot. But going back to the Cardinals, if the Cardinals lose that game and the Rams win theirs, the Rams will now take over in the division. So it's going to be huge playoff implications. And the Vikings, obviously, they're hanging on for dear life for the playoff spot. But I think the Rams will ultimately play them. Next, we have the Buffalo Bills at the New England Patriots. The Bills are currently 8-6. They are second in their division, and they are seventh in the conference, I believe. And the New England Patriots are currently 9-5, first in their division, second in the conference. Another game with huge playoff implications. If the Buffalo Bills win this game, the Bills take over in the division. If the Patriots win this game, Patriots will keep hold of the division. But also, if the Patriots win and the Miami Dolphins lose their game, the New England Patriots clinch the division. But I am going to take the Patriots to potentially clinch the division. We'll get to the Dolphins later on. Next, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Carolina Panthers. The Buccaneers are currently 10-4. They are third in the conference, and they are first in their division. And the Panthers are currently 5-9. Fourth in their division and looking in on the playoffs. They're on the outside. I am going to take the Buccaneers because if the Buccaneers win this game, they clinch a playoff spot and their division. If the Saints lose this game, the Buccaneers clinch the division. So the Buccaneers have a very high chance of clinching their division, is what I'm trying to say. Next, we have probably the least important game because this will only be for draft position. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. Both of these teams are currently last in their division. Both of these teams have been eliminated from playoff contention, so they have nothing to fight for. Besides the fact that, winner of this game will jump up in draft. The loser will go down in draft. Well, maybe not because the Jaguars currently have the number 1 overall pick, and the Jets currently have the 4, I want to say. But if the Jaguars win this game, they will jump past the Jets, and the Jaguars will then have I don't know, it's complicated, but the Jets will have a better pick than the Jaguars if the Jaguars win. But I ultimately think the Jets will win this game, with neither of these teams really fighting for anything. I feel like the Jets will mess up their tank a bit and get the win, because unless they tie, one of the teams have to get the win. Next, we have the Detroit Lions at the Atlanta Falcons. The Lions, who are currently 2-11-1, are eliminated from the playoffs and last in their division, and currently hold the 2nd overall pick. And the Falcons are currently 6-8. They're looking in on the playoffs. So, gonna take the Falcons to win. The Falcons are fighting for a lot more. Plus, I don't know why the Lions are winning these games. Yeah. Next, we have the Los Angeles Chargers at the Houston Texans. The Chargers, who are currently 8-6, second in their division, 6th in conference, I believe. And the Houston Texans are currently 3-11. They are 3rd in their division and eliminated from the playoffs. So anything they do here doesn't really mean anything. I am going to pick the Los Angeles Chargers to win. Chargers are fighting for a lot more. Won their division, because I believe with a Chiefs win and a Chargers loss, the Chiefs do clinch the division. We will get on to the Chiefs later on. As you can see, they play at 4:25, so this game will be sooner than you expect when I'm covering it. Going down to our next game, we have the potential game of the week. That is the Ravens and the Bengals. The Ravens are currently 8-6. They are second in their division, and they are currently looking in on the playoffs. They are not currently in. And the Bengals are currently 8-6. They are 1st in their division, 4th in the conference. Not a huge playoff implication. Winner of this game will jump up to the 1 seed. Or not the 1 seed, the 1st in their division. If they happen to tie, the Bengals will have the tiebreaker. So the Bengals, if it's a winner tie for the Bengals lead the division. And yeah, I am personally going to take the Baltimore Ravens to win this game. Fun little fact about the Ravens: in the last 3 games, they have lost by a combined total of 4 points. They've lost by 1 point to the Steelers, 2 points to the Browns, 1 point to the Packers. They're not having a fun time. But Next, we have the Chicago Bears at the Seattle Seahawks. The Bears currently third in their division and eliminated from the playoffs. The Seattle Seahawks currently the Bears are currently 4-10 as well. The Seattle Seahawks are currently 5-9, last in their division, and not in the playoffs, but not eliminated. Now, I'm personally going to take the Seahawks to win. I don't think the Bears want to really mess up their draft pick. And the Seahawks, they're still fighting for a playoff spot. Next, we have the 425 game. And for the remainder of these games have huge playoff implications. So, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Kansas City Chiefs. The Steelers currently 7-6-1. They are third in their division, and they are currently outside the playoffs but not eliminated. The Chiefs currently 10-4, first in their division, first in their conference, and could clinch a division. I believe with a win, they clinch a playoff spot. I could be wrong there. I think I am wrong, actually. But with a win and a Chargers loss, they clinched their division. I am going to take the Chiefs to win this game. And next game, we have a divisional game that means little to nothing. We have the Denver Broncos, at the Las Vegas Raiders. The Denver Broncos are currently 7-7, as are the Las Vegas Raiders. Broncos are currently last in their division, and looking in on the playoffs, Raiders are currently third in their division, looking in on the playoffs. Now, I am going to take the Broncos to win, because more than likely, loser of this game is not technically eliminated from the playoffs, I'd assume. But it is going to make it very hard. Next, we have Sunday Night Football. We have the Washington football team at the Dallas Cowboys. The Washington football team are currently 6-8. I couldn't find a record. And are third in their division. And they are fighting for a playoff spot. They are, not in the playoffs, but they are in the hunt. And the Cowboys are currently 10-4, first in their division, second in their conference. If the Dallas Cowboys win this game, I believe they win their division. I think. Why? it's either they win or an Eagles loss, they clinch their division, or a win. If they just win, well, oh god, if they win, they clinch their division and a playoff spot. Because even if the Eagles win, they still win a division. And with that being said, I feel like the Washington football team is going to win, keeping their playoff hopes alive. And last, probably not least, because is the Jets-Jaguars game. We have Monday Night Football. We have the Miami Dolphins at the New Orleans Saints. Both teams going into this game are 7-7. The Dolphins currently 7-7. They are on the outside the playoffs, and they are third in their division. And the Saints currently 7-7, second in their division, and outside the playoffs as well. So what this means is if the Dolphins lose this game, it means they're eliminated from winning their division. If the Saints, well, or a New England win. Wait, no. The Dolphins lose, they're eliminated from their division. Wait, no, they're not. Crap. If the Dolphins lose and the Patriots win, the Dolphins are eliminated from their division. If the Saints lose or the Buccaneers win, the Saints are eliminated from their division. Now, I am going to take the New Orleans Saints. I just like the Saints better in this game. The Dolphins have won 6 straight, and to me, this is kind of feels like the game they'd lose. So quickly, recapping my pick, I have the Tennessee Titans, Green Bay Packers, Arizona Cardinals, Philadelphia Eagles, Los Angeles Rams, New England Patriots, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, New York Jets, Atlanta Falcons, Los Angeles Chargers, Baltimore Ravens, Seattle Seahawks, Kansas City Chiefs, Denver Broncos, Washington Football Team, and New Orleans Saints winning their games, and the San Francisco 49ers, Cleveland Browns, Indianapolis Colts, New York Giants, Minnesota Vikings, Buffalo Bills, Carolina Panthers, Jacksonville Jaguars, Detroit Lions, Houston Texans, Cincinnati Bengals, Chicago Bears, Pittsburgh Steelers, Las Vegas Raiders, Dallas Cowboys, and Miami Dolphins losing their games. Quickly again, coming into this week, I am 133, 90-1, and I went 10-6 last week in predictions. So, with 3 weeks left, I'd say my hope is to get to 150 wins. I'd be happy with that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. Quick recap of my schedule, and we'll go over it. On Monday, I did a Falcons franchise. On Tuesday, I did a Falcons franchise. On Wednesday, I did a power rankings and tier list. On Thursday, which is today, I have this video, the predictions. On Friday, I have a Falcon franchise. And on Saturday, it is Christmas. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. Uncertain if there will be a video out. There will not be any videos like this. If you do see a video, it will be like a Merry Christmas video, like what I did for Thanksgiving, where I I don't think I even posted that on Thanksgiving, but a little clip of what happens in my family, in my house, on Thanksgiving. So I'd assume that the same thing will happen, because that is my family. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. Let me know what you would change. You know, like if you think I'm wrong or right about this team. And I'll see you guys next time.